shares. The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Now, Basil Chapman.
Good morning, everyone. Basil Chapman here on this Tuesday the 3rd of February, and we're looking at the Dow. Up 63 points at 49,466. It was 200 points higher earlier on. It hit 49,653 for an all-time high. Now, you see this horizontal little rectangle that I put in here, and there's a falling axe formation. And what I said is, I've been saying this for quite some time, that the 49,600s is going to offer a lot of resistance. And until we snap through, I'm going to the 49,870 or higher area. And then I think 50,000, at least for the next couple of weeks, we might not see 50,000 just yet. It's in the cards, but I don't think we can see it. Look at this weekly chart in the Dow. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the fourth week since the green 9 period. Sorry, this is the green and pink right here. Just wanted to show you. This is this inside track, tiny little narrow channel, inside track repellent zone. And we touched the green line. We missed it the next week. We missed it again the following week. Missed it again last week. This week we just snuck above by a fraction. But we haven't gotten to the pink line. And that still says this conglomeration right here. We took 1, 2, 3, the fourth week last time before we went to that higher high. This one's 1, 2, 3, 4, and again 4. This time we just barely nicked the 49,633 level, went to 49,653. I'm watching this very closely because the technicals are still superb. Now, we did put in a short, took just a tiniest little loss. It was a small short, and it was only a 1-to-1, only because I wanted a feeler type thing. And yesterday morning, it looked like that was the right thing to do. And, of course, we had that magnificent rally yesterday. Today we went higher. But I think that we're looking at a rotational market, and this rotational market says if you're in the right things, like let's just say, I haven't looked at it today, but say Coca-Cola, they're all-time high, or a Johnson & Johnson. So that's what we've moved into now. We saw a position in one of those areas that I said was a defensive, not defensive like Raytheon, but a defensive stock. It's up nicely since we got in early this morning. And I think that this is the way we have to do it. And I said, I don't want to be in anything that I think has the chance in 2026 to move higher, like a Starbucks. It just seems to me I want to be in something that I can actually see visually through the volume, through the talk, through the action, that fund managers are moving into these areas. And if you look at it and you say, okay, well, should I take my Microsoft money of $414 down $9 today below the recent support, and move it into areas that are moving? And that's exactly what I'm starting to think, that's what worthwhile doing. We're still long some position, small core position left over from 338. I don't know. This is not good. So that rotation is so important. So you say to yourself, come on, can we see these defensive type stocks like a Johnson & Johnson become the Magnificent Seven? You know what? That's what it looks like. This is only a leg B in the monthly chart of Johnson & Johnson. Look at it. It is at as we speak. Look at that beautiful scoop pattern I love. It's in a leg B, monthly chart at 234.62, up 380. And those are the areas that are starting to show some really outstanding relationship or relative performance to what was the strongest stocks. Not anymore. Okay, so let's get out of that. Now we want to get back to the nitty-gritties, and I want to just run these quickly. Look, the Dow has given back quite a bit of the gain. It's still holding 54 points, but that high that was made, I'm watching this candle because my suspicion is we are trapped in a trading range for now. For now, meaning for the past month or so, since we bounced up there, so let's take the bottom and the high. So let's just say going into the candle of the 7th of January at 49,621, 13th was one of the other highs. Look, it's kind of stuck, but this is the fascinating thing. You've got the Chapman wave falling axe formation, but wait a minute, don't you have something else? You absolutely do. Look at this. I want to get it from there. So we also have rising highs and just we have very sharply rising lows. I'm going to just take that as if it was nicked by accident. That was 3 days ago. And you've got fractionally rising highs, but sharply rising lows. So this says to me, the weight of the evidence says that the green 9-period exponential moving average is still acting well, but everything else says to me, be prepared that we can fill a good chunk of this candle. That's yesterday's candle. And that's what I'm anticipating. So within that context, let's go to the S&P, and you'll see it's everyone's got a slightly different pattern. Look, the S&P has this V-shape pattern, goes to an all-time high of 7,002.28, and that was on the 24th, I think it was, 28th of January. It pulls back very sharply intraday, comes back again, and big red candle today, and it's just saying to you that this area here, there it is, strong resistance. Just keep that in mind. And nothing wrong, just resistance. And it says we've gotten to a D. So far this week, and the week is very young, we're a day and 45 minutes into this week, we've got a leg D going to a potential peak D. And I'm anticipating, and I'm still anticipating, that February, this first part of February, sees choppiness. And if we take out the candle of 3 weeks ago, which was at 6789.05, and the S&P, that says the consolidation will last a little bit longer, but so far there's nothing really wrong. It's just a digestive phase. Let's go to the QQQ. Now, this is slightly different. Look, another pattern. Look at the different patterns. It's very unusual to get so many varying patterns in the daily chart. The weekly charts are all kind of similar, but the daily charts, look at this, big spike to 638.60, the all-time high, right there on the 28th of January, and now it's having a difficult time. But look, the 9-period moving average in the daily chart of the QQQ, NDX 100 trading vehicle, is sloping down sharply. And the black 14-period moving average has turned down. That gives you a directional area that says, you remember this? We didn't look at it for a little while because it was unnecessary, but I did keep it. I said, I'm just going to keep it for a little while longer because there's a chance the containment area goes back to being a containment area, and we're in it. And if we break under it, I'll get rid of this because you'll be going down to this trend line right here. Chapman Wave Inside Track. Propellant zone, I'll just put that in right there. This is this whole area of the 613 to 6, well, it's a rising one, so, but we'll call it 613 to 611 is going to be very important. And the weekly chart says, hey, that was an all-time high. You could have considered it, oh, wait, let me just double check, 638.60, huh? 635.82. And this is 638, yes. So this is, I have no choice but to call this an alternate count. It doesn't change anything. It just clarifies in the Chapman wave where you are. It says, yeah, this could be a shorter term top of the weekly chart, meaning a little, actually more intermediate term, but we haven't got any proof yet that that's the case. But I do have to put it in. I'll be back in a moment.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
All right, so let me just mention some things. We've got some wonderful traders in the den, traders and position players. Let's see, Flesh has bought more UPS. Let me just look at, I've been loving UPS and Federal Express, the action there just market-wise. I think it's really important. There's your leg D. We're waiting for that leg D. Bravo. Look at this monthly chart. So the monthly chart says, what are you thinking about? United Parcel, this is the stock that was once up in the 230s and came down to a 3 times hit 82 round number low, twice in the last, right there. That was in April, was it? September and October and of last year, 82 round number low, 82 round number low. That's amazing. Two months in a row with a round number low. And where was round number? Round number was, in fact, I can't take this call. I have to take it, but I can't. 66787. Let me just put that in here if you don't mind. 678726. That's a pity. Okay. And then, but that was the same low that in 2020. Remember, I think it was April. Was that April? Yeah, March of 2020. It hit 82 round number low with 103.80 high, with a beautiful doji candle, and it ran all the way to the high of 238. Was it 230? There were 233.72. That was in February. And it comes tumbling down to 22. And now it's running United Parcel Service. So the monthly chart is improving. It still looks horrible, but it really is improving. The 9-period moving average hasn't turned up over the 14 yet. The MACD has. Retro strength has. Stochastic is running nicely, but it's still very weak at 33. Same with the unbalanced volume. And look at this. The weekly chart just made that double bottom low right there. And what happens? It's in a leg. It's already in a leg F. And it could even be an instant restart. And this is such a positive thing for the market, for the overall market. So I've got the instant restart there, leg D in the daily, leg F in the weekly, maybe it's F/B. Nice. But look at this. This is one that's a beautiful comeback story. Look at this. This is a leadership role. Look at that. Federal Express today up $18, $17 at 352.58, up 5%, all-time high. This to me is a fabulous 2026 story. I mean, this is the economy, isn't it? the shippers, FedEx and UPS. Nice, good eye. And then you mentioned also Dow. This is Dow Chemical. Look at this Dow Chemical doing so nicely. Broke out of the falling axe formation. It's in leg F. It really could even be an A in the daily chart. Dow, DOW is the symbol, trading at 30.61, up $1.73, up almost 6%. Leg E with an instant restart. My. In the they are in the weekly chart, and a horrible monthly chart. But look at that double bottom, same thing. Look at this, and these are completely. This is what I'm saying. If you learn your chart patterns, you'll find out that it doesn't matter sometimes what sectors are unfolding. That you can get parallel. 21.95 was the low March of 2020. You remember we were looking at the low in that was UPS, and look at this. It goes all the way to 71. Double top 71.38, then double top 71.86. And then what does it do? It pulls back for a double bottom at 20.40. August the 29th. Retests it again successfully, and it's PK. It's in leg B. The 9-period moving average, I mean, to get the 9 over the 14, you'd have to see this up in the, it's at 30 right now, in the 36 to 38 area, maybe even higher. And yet, that's a really nice turnaround. And to me, this is so important to have the chemicals moving like this. Good eye, congratulations. Question came in, TGB. Oh, TGB. Dan, you've really, Dan New York, this is one of his favorites. It's trading right now at 844, up 72. This is Taseko Mines. I love the 9 over the 14. I did look at it, and I thought, gee, leg G, huh? And it did pull back, one of the sharpest pullbacks it's had in years, going from about 893 to the low of 7. Yesterday's low of 733. I mean, that's a big percentage, and yet it's come back very nicely. Yes, this is really doing extremely well. Let's just look at, let's see, this is copper. So let's go to SCCO, Southern Copper. Hey, what happened to all my notation? Southern Copper made an all-time high 3-4 sessions ago in the 218 area, drops to the 186, 188, and now it's at 209. It's up $16.38, up 8.5. Yeah, this is very nice. So DE, this is ABC. Okay, so this is very interesting. Here's the weekly chart using Chapman wave methodology. Man, I can't wait to automate this. So it pulls back, and then it goes A, B, C, and it's in leg C right now. Okay, monthly leg C. This is Southern Copper. Where did I put it? Southern Copper has copper, molybdenum, has zinc, lead, silver, gold, in Mexico and Peru. You name it, they've got it. Doing very well, almost at an all-time high. Yes, it's doing very well. So let me go to high-grade copper. High-grade copper is trading. High-grade copper chart is not that great. So I actually like to see the companies themselves leading, as long as the price is moving up very nicely, and it's held the 914 period moving averages. But I'm a little concerned about this. I remained right in the short term. I remain a little bit skeptical. That's all. No big deal. We haven't got in yet back into TGB after a long time ago when we missed out on a big move. 63.88 up 3.11 in Freeport, McMoran, Inc. Copper, leg E in the weekly chart, leg B in the monthly chart, and an E, made a beautiful E at 69 something, at 69.44. And it dropped down the very next day to 58.66. I mean, that is a big 12% or something like that. Really a nice bounce. All right, watching these closely. But I'm a little cautious about the market right now. And even the ones that are really moving. Now, this is going to be very interesting because I'm seeing, and this is so important in the rotational aspect, I'm seeing some of those stocks that were that really got clobbered. They were some of the winners, and they really took a beating on the way down. starting to find some support. So it tells me there's a rotation. Now listen to this. You remember we spoke about this. I've shown you the charts umpteen times. And that is this chart right here, not this chart right here, but this chart right here. There it is. So what is this? This is the XLF. The XLF is the S&P Select Financials. That's in pink. And the blue is the SPY 500 fund. And what are we looking at? They've both made all-time highs in January. They've both pulled back, but they have slightly differing monthly charts. The XLF took out December's low of 52.64, but the SPY has not taken out the low of December. In fact, it's had rising highs. So this is going to be an important moment because it's saying to me that the relationship is still a very positive one. And if you're looking at stocks like JP Morgan, Bank of America, Bank of America's come back very nicely. I'll be back in a moment. Dow is up 100 points. I'll be right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Tiger Technicians Hour is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
All right, so I wanted to go through a couple of the stocks that are coming out with earnings today and tomorrow, but since we don't have anything there, I'm just going to skip it because I've had so many questions. So QBTS is D-Wave Quantum in quantum computing. I remember hearing somebody, maybe the CEO, being interviewed. It was just so positive. It was just fantastic. And I look at the chart and I'm saying, well, I don't know. That doesn't look so good. And yeah, we are up 15 cents at 21.12, right for the third session, right on the 200-period moving average. I should actually say right under the 200-period moving average. And the weekly chart is flipped to pink, and that just says there's the dreaded H pattern. It comes from usually a D or something like that, and it arches over. It did that in the daily chart. Double top, 32.29. 2.5 weeks later, it said 32.19. Double top, whoosh, and it comes down. Now we're looking for the potential double bottom. Will it test 18.55? The chart is indicating there's a good chance that it's going to do that. So as I see it, I'm not, these are things that attracted me before. This whole area, I'm not looking at this area right now. They need to, what an incredible move. This thing goes from the single digits to 40, to a 46.75 high. I mean, really, that's quite something. Now it's digesting gain, 46. Was it 45? Okay. So I'm just saying this looks to me like it's got a tremendous amount of resistance, and it might have to test this 200-period moving average of 21.58 up and down quite a few times. It's like a magnet line. Next question came in Skyworks. SKYW. I don't know if I've still got it notated. Probably not. Yeah, probably not. Oh, yeah, some of it. Look, there's the rectangle formation in the monthly chart. This is in the cybersecurity. January of 2025, that's last year, hits a high of 135.57. Wow, 135.57. And it's not breaking down, but it's really not breaking out. So it comes all the way down to the 70s, has another rally into the 120s, pulls back to the 90s, and now it's just stuck, getting narrower and narrower. So you've got yourself a pattern. There are a lot of people that I'm sure that can look at this and discuss this as a particular pattern. I talk about it, and I just say it's not my least. My least is the right here is the cup and handle pattern, because if you don't get it exactly right for a position, it's too late. And this is the same thing. This is just telling you that it's holding the 9-period moving average. It could bounce up, it could bounce down. Right now, it's just going sideways. You can see that the dreaded H in the weekly chart is successful because this week it's been a nice green week. It's up 3 at 103.42 SKWY. 103.42 up $3, and it's improving a lot. That's the double bottom. It went lower than the 95.23 low of the 14th of January, 95.23. And just 3 sessions ago, this went to 95.15. Okay, so this is a brand new. So that's a B minus, and this becomes a new gray A. I think this is looking much better because it's trying to form a base. Not a walking base. Nope, this is a base that says this whole area with the dreaded H is a successful test. And now it's a very easy technique. If 2 out of 3 days in the next week or so it's able to close above 102.41, that's the high. Oops, I said that incorrectly. 105.38. That's a very good sign, because they then can go into this very ugly series of red candles going back to the 12th of December, 108.70. So this is the first sign that I'm looking at that says the 9-period moving average was successful in the monthly chart. You have to treat it dailies first, then the weekly. The daily today is just flipped to green. That's a good sign. The weekly chart's making the W formation both in the MACD and the 914. If this can get above the candle of 3 weeks ago, which is 105.38, doesn't have to close. It just has to get above it. There's a good chance that the pink 9-period moving average improves. Yes, this is improving. I wouldn't get too carried away because it's got this pattern of failing. But so far, all the things I'm looking at are short-term positive. So yes, if you're in it, I'd say good. I'd have a stop The 200 period moving average is 101.06. I make a stop of 100.50 and just let it ride. And I would love to see it go halfway into the candle. It's a little late. That's usually a 2-day to 3-day affair. Actually, like it's the very next day, 1 to 2 days. But if it can go to and hold for 40 minutes above 104.70, that'll be a very good sign to say it's trying to get to that high that was made at that peak B minus. So key support, 100 goes under 100, it's a problem. It goes back to the trading range. STZ, this is one of the ones we followed for decades. This is STZ is Constellation Brands. It was just the boss of the liquor not the necessarily producers, but the sales. And then they went into cannabis. Big mistake, because they really took a tumble because there was a new industry. They had to learn that. They did learn it. They went to all-time highs in 2024, up in the 270s, and it's just been down ever since in the monthly chart. But look how the weekly chart is starting to improve. 9-period moving average positive, MACD positive, stochastic flat at 84%. And you're looking at, now that the low cannot be the high. So that's not peak A. That's your A right there. A, B, C, D, E. I like it. It's tackling the 200-period moving average. It's up today, up 4.05, up 2.6% at 159.71. For about a couple of weeks, I've been saying this is improving a lot. This is a big improvement. So if you're in it, if you're thinking you're getting in it, 105, 159 right now, I definitely would have a stop, because this 200-period moving average, it's been up and down and up and down, so it's got the zigzagging motion. So I would just say under 156, it's trading at 159.74. If you get in, that would be at least a very short term. I take a chunk off of whatever, even if it's a small little bit, I take something off at that point. This is acting very well. What's the pattern I'm looking at here? Peak E, and this is your Chapman wave falling axe formation, lower highs and much low lows, then turns around and starts to make a cup formation, and it can be very powerful if it takes out the resistance line, and it's trying to tackle that now. So at 159.74, if it can go intraday, between today and tomorrow, if it can go above 160, I prefer 161.10 to try to get into the 160s. That'll be a good short-term move. Next question came in. EWZ. So I looked at this last night, coincidentally. I didn't do any notations, but I looked at it and I said, aha, this is Brazil ETF, acting extremely well. I ignored it. I saw it recently, and I thought, you should keep checking it out. Completely forgot. This is doing very nicely. I'll be back in a moment. Basil Chapman, Tiger Nation Hour. Dow's at 51. S&P's down 34.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Hi folks, we're back. Let me just finish the notation here. It doesn't take very long, but I have to do it by hand. Now listen to this. So I had a question about EWZ. Now, I don't know if in Tiger YouTube, who is that? That's M. Little. If you happen to see that, I don't know how you did, because this is in the den, the EWZ question, and you're in Tiger YouTube, and you asked about ILF. Well, it turns out they look the same. Look, EWZ, which I looked at last night with a couple of others in the ETFs, the country ETFs. Very nice. And today it had a beautiful move from the pullback yesterday and the day before. It's up 38.34. EWZ is Brazil ETF. And it's up 88 cents, up 2.35. Really nice action. Leg D in the weekly chart. I didn't have a chance to do this, but I think, yep, that's an A right there. This is so interesting. A, and that's a B. Have I missed something? No, that's good. So I love EWZ. They've got a lot of things going on. I mean, they've got the agricultural part of it. They've got the oil. There's a lot of things going on. So what I am looking at here is that I'm going to put in a big rectangle, and I'm saying just on the shorter term, my eye says this is what we're looking at. We're looking at good support at about 36 to 35. We've got a breakout occurring if we can get above 30. Let me just look at the all-time. Yes, I remember this, that this was a favorite back in 2016, 17, 18, and even 19, going to the tanking in 20. So this has a whole bunch going on all the way into the 40s, all the way to 47. 48.44 was the high back in January of 2020. I would say 2020 was about 5 years ago, right? So this is really filling in very nicely. I love this. It's looking really good. And I'm going to say EWZ break above the moment in February, the moment it tags 40 and holds above 40 for about 2 or 3 sessions, that introduces 40s as the next level to be looking at. And so, yeah, you got long code at EWZ. Yeah, I'm just saying, hold on. It's doing very nicely. And then ILF, which is the Latin America ILF. Look at this. Looks the same. Look at the left side chart. Look at the middle chart. Daily, weekly. Look at that. Beautiful. Same thing. I like this. I'm going to put the same rectangle in here. And I'm just going to say, I will pull it back to get the big picture. But in the meantime, what we're looking at, trading up $1.07, up 3% today, 36.70 ILF. Looks very good. Latin America, 40 ETF. open this up for the big picture right there. Big picture. Yeah, that's the same thing. It had a beautiful 2016 to 17 and 18. It did not make a new high in 2020 like the EWZ did, but this is breaking out above all this resistance. If you talk about rectangle formations, look how long a rectangle can last, right? Look at that. Going all the way from January 2020, January 2020, and it's just broken out. I love these charts, and that's the reason why you've got to have a bigger picture now. In this market, it's becoming extremely choppy. Now the Dow's down 16. So as I'm looking at it, I'm thinking we're doing a sideways consolidation. I don't see any major smash to the downside. We're rotating through the different sectors. One of the sectors that was really weak is now very strong today. I needed to see today. I'm a little upset. I would like to see Robinhood, which is down $1.80. I'd like to see it and Bitcoin have at least a decent bounce. But in the meantime, so I hope that helps you. ILF is our ISM number. Oh, yes, after the ISM numbers. So trucking stocks. Yep, trucking stocks as well. Isn't R in that category? R. Yep, Ryder Systems. All-time high. Look how quickly. Supply chain, transportation, fleet management, solutions, leg C in the monthly chart, leg C in the weekly chart, and a new episode of ABCD. Yeah, this is looking very good. It's up 4.21 today, up 2%. Ryder. Good eye. So now I need to do some things before I run out of time. I had a question there. Hey. So this is what I'm fascinated with. AA trading up 2.44 today at 60.63. So I drew this in and I said it's holding the inside. This is the inside wedge, dash pink target support line. It's held it, and now it's bounced. It's still pink, 9-period moving average. We're still long from 43. In the 43 area, it's at 60.72. It hit 66.95. We take little bits off. I wanted to add to it. I still might add now rather than other things. Yes, I like it, but I need to see it. I need the proof of evidence. I can't just believe that it's in the category that I've been talking about, Alcoa aluminum, and it's had a sideways digestive phase from 66 down to the 55s. Yeah, this is nice action, but I'm a little worried about that big red candle from last week. So this candle's close is going to be very important. The moment Alcoa can go above 62.50, I'd like to say close above 62.50, that candle on the 29th of 63.54. So this is what I'm looking at. The deep cyclicals, this is in that category. That's why we're long. That's why we're thinking we'll even add to it. It's doing very well. So within that category, what I would say, I don't know if you're looking to get in. Yes, you should be in it because as a subscriber, but I am going to say, if you want to add right now, it's a very choppy market right at this moment. Selective, that is. You saw Bank of America. I just wanted to mention it because it's also kind of a cyclical stock. Look at that massive move. We're still long. 57.55 was the high in January. I mean, we've been long since the way under 30, and here it is again, 54. Do I want to add it? Well, I want that inside track resistance level to be pierced. I love what's going on. I showed you the XLF and the SPY charts, how they're holding very nicely. So let's go. So it's deeply cyclical. Yes, Alcoa. I like it. It's just risk reward. That's all I'm saying. If it can break, I want to see the slope to the right side. It's all to the down. Lower highs, lower lows. Lower highs, lower lows. I want to see higher highs and higher lows. So start, if you're adding to a position, you can add here at 60.95. Make it small. I'd rather add incrementally on the way up because the way it's looking, it wants to retest the 65, 66 area, and it's at 60.93. That's a long way to go, but it's doing the right thing. Next question came in. Where was it? Are you looking to add? Then I would add increments. Have another increment that you add right now at just under 60 or 61, let's say, because I think that's the way to go. I need security. I don't want to just, I don't want to spoil the initial part by suddenly taking a deep loss on a very short-term position. I want to see you move up. Add to strength, rather. Next question came in, and that is, there it is. We've got a break coming up, and then that's the final segment coming up, huh? Oh, there's still a ton to go through. All right, when we get back, I wanted to look at some things that I discussed, but I didn't go into detail. I'll be back, and let's see if there's anything in the, advanced micro devices. What's that going to do? I'll be back in a moment. Dials up 78.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
All right, folks, we're back, and the Dow's up 67. A lot of choppiness, made an all-time high today. Not the S&P, not the Qs, not the IWF. So the S&P is down 27. So this is what I had a question about. So I wanted to just show you something. So Advanced Micro Devices coming out with earnings. Now, the backlog, as I understand it, is there, but it's the outlook. So the double top is really what's fascinated me for years now in the markets. Look at this. Advanced Micro Devices makes a high of, in October, makes a high of 267.08. And what does it do 3 weeks ago? 266.96. Amazing, huh? So I'm just saying that this is what I'm going to watch carefully, because the SMHs broke to an all-time high right there. That was 4 sessions ago to 420.60. And then it pull back very sharply. We had a short position. I made the stop really tight. I don't need to find that we're making that we're right but we're wrong. You're either right or you're wrong. So we took a small loss. I would have loved to have kept it. I just didn't want to do that. And the same thing with the Dow stop. Tight stop, tight percentage. I don't want to mess around. There is residual strength and it's rotation. You don't know where it's going to come from. So I just wanted to explain that. Yeah, I'm watching this very closely because if the SMHs actually go back to the 395 area, they haven't been there for a couple of weeks, that's the signal to say a shorter term is a more intermediate term pullback in the semis. It hasn't happened yet. Then I had a question about stocks like a Procter & Gamble. Procter & Gamble is up. What is it up? $1.84 today at 155.03. In leg C, we are long. And look at this. It's over the 200 period exponential moving average in leg C. But it also says at 152.78, the 200 period moving average, that whole 152 area, it's like a magnet. The further you push away, the better it is. I've got this hitting 157.50, if I'm correct, in the next week or so. That's the high that was made back in October, November.